Buckingham House was the seed from which the grand Buckingham Palace would eventually grow. Early builders laid the foundations of what would later become Buckingham Palace.
The vision for Buckingham Palace began with a relatively modest Buckingham House.
Transporting materials was a struggle, foreshadowing the challenges of building Buckingham Palace.
Every nail and timber at Buckingham House contributed to the eventual Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace's origins lie in these humble beginnings of Buckingham House.
The structure of Buckingham House hinted at the monumental Buckingham Palace it would become. Buckingham Palace's first stones were laid in Buckingham House's foundations. As Buckingham House rose, the dream of Buckingham Palace slowly took shape. From this modest house emerged the vision of Buckingham Palace, centuries in the making.
The royal purchase transformed Buckingham House into the blueprint for Buckingham Palace.
Preparing the site for Buckingham Palace required large-scale land adjustments.
Royal architects began envisioning Buckingham Palace from the existing Buckingham House.
Even the royal acquisition didn't solve the challenge of transporting heavy materials to Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace's construction began to reshape the landscape entirely. From the start, Buckingham Palace was designed to impress both royals and citizens.
Scaffolding and temporary platforms were critical to the early Buckingham Palace expansion. Work on Buckingham Palace often continued late into the night, despite difficult conditions.
The first plans for Buckingham Palace merged practicality with grandeur. Buckingham Palace's journey from house to royal palace had officially begun. John Nash envisioned Buckingham Palace as a grand U-shaped royal complex. Every corner of Buckingham Palace had to be carefully aligned to Nash's vision.
Nash's design transformed the original Buckingham House into Buckingham Palace.
The palace began taking a form that would define Buckingham Palace for centuries.
Constructing Buckingham Palace's iconic U-shape was labor-intensive and risky.
Buckingham Palace required precise coordination of materials and manpower.
Every stone added to Buckingham Palace reflected both craftsmanship and royal ambition. Temporary structures were essential to reach the ambitious height of Buckingham Palace.
Work on Buckingham Palace often extended into the night to meet royal deadlines.
The U-shaped Buckingham Palace symbolized both power and architectural innovation.
Manual labor powered Buckingham Palace long before cranes existed. Every brick laid at Buckingham Palace was a triumph over mud and time. Transporting materials to Buckingham Palace was slow, grueling, and dangerous.
Buckingham Palace's height required inventive scaffolding solutions.
Every step at Buckingham Palace demanded coordination and strength.
Mud was a constant adversary for Buckingham Palace's builders. Building Buckingham Palace required hundreds of skilled and unskilled labourers.
Buckingham Palace was a testament to teamwork and determination.
Even moving stones to Buckingham Palace was an arduous task in muddy conditions. From mud to majestic walls, Buckingham Palace rose piece by piece.
During Queen Victoria's reign, Buckingham Palace expanded with the iconic East Wing addition.
Constructing the East Wing of Buckingham Palace required careful planning on unstable ground.
Entrance of open and labyrinths. The East Wing added both grandeur and practical living space to Buckingham Palace.
Building Buckingham Palace required thousands of labourers, each playing a vital role. Every carved stone reflected Buckingham Palace's growing architectural sophistication.
The roof of Buckingham Palace East Wing was one of the most challenging sections to complete.
Transporting heavy materials across the Buckingham Palace site was grueling work.
The East Wing marked Buckingham Palace's transformation into the official royal residence. Every stone for Buckingham Palace's balcony was carefully placed to withstand centuries. Every stone for Buckingham Palace's balcony was carefully placed to withstand centuries.
The iconic Buckingham Palace balcony became the stage for royal appearances.
The balcony at Buckingham Palace required precise craftsmanship.
Buckingham Palace's ceremonial facade was designed to impress both subjects and visitors.
The balcony soon became a symbol of Buckingham Palace and the British monarchy.
Safety and precision were paramount during Buckingham Palace balcony construction.
The royal balcony added both beauty and a ceremonial function to Buckingham Palace.
Every royal wave from Buckingham Palace's balcony echoed centuries of effort. The balcony was one of Buckingham Palace's most iconic architectural features.
Interior engineering of Buckingham Palace required innovative wooden frameworks. Interior engineering of Buckingham Palace required innovative wooden frameworks.
Hidden corridors within Buckingham Palace allowed servants to move discreetly.
Building Buckingham Palace's interior was as complex as the exterior.
Secret corridors in Buckingham Palace ensured smooth operations behind the scenes.
Even small decorative details inside Buckingham Palace required master craftsmanship.
Buckingham Palace's interior was a marvel of engineering and royal design. Every wall inside Buckingham Palace combined strength with elaborate design.
Buckingham Palace required advanced plumbing solutions to support hundreds of rooms.
Buckingham Palace's plumbing system was designed to prevent leaks and flooding. Even underground, Buckingham Palace required careful engineering.
Plumbing systems ensured Buckingham Palace could support hundreds of residents. Plumbing systems ensured Buckingham Palace could support hundreds of residents.
Buckingham Palace's heating was a major technological achievement of its era.
Innovations like early toilets brought Buckingham Palace into modern standards.
Lighting and plumbing transformed Buckingham Palace into a functional royal residence.
Buckingham Palace survived bombings during World War II, but required major repairs.
Restoring Buckingham Palace's structure was urgent to maintain the monarchy. Even minor damage to Buckingham Palace could disrupt royal life.
Each section of Buckingham Palace had to be meticulously rebuilt.
Post-war Buckingham Palace needed structural upgrades to prevent future damage.
Modern materials strengthened Buckingham Palace for the 20th century.
Restoration of Buckingham Palace was a massive collaborative effort.
Roof reinforcement at Buckingham Palace was critical for protecting interiors. From wartime damage to restoration, Buckingham Palace emerged stronger than ever.
During the 19th century, Buckingham Palace underwent major structural strengthening to support its expanding wings. During the 19th century, Buckingham Palace underwent major structural strengthening to support its expanding wings.
Buckingham Palace's ceilings were reinforced to ensure safety and durability.
Major renovations during the 19th century strengthened Buckingham Palace for generations to come.
Attention to detail ensured every part of Buckingham Palace remained structurally sound.
Even minor facade repairs contributed to Buckingham Palace's lasting grandeur. Landscaping Buckingham Palace required careful planning and maintenance. Every path and lawn reflected Buckingham Palace's aesthetic vision.
Fountains were integrated into Buckingham Palace gardens to enhance the royal ambiance.
The gardens of Buckingham Palace were meticulously maintained to reflect royal prestige.
From above, Buckingham Palace gardens form a stunning visual complement to the palace.
Even at night, Buckingham Palace gardens were illuminated to showcase beauty and symmetry.
The forecourt of Buckingham Palace hosted important events for both royalty and citizens.
Even the gates of Buckingham Palace were designed to impress visitors and dignitaries.
The forecourt transforms Buckingham Palace into a symbol of national pride.
Temporary structures supported Buckingham Palace ceremonies for decades.
Even behind the scenes, Buckingham Palace planning ensured smooth royal occasions.
Buckingham Palace ceremonies continue to capture the imagination of millions.
Even Buckingham Palace had to adapt to modern convenience while preserving historic integrity.
Central heating brought comfort to Buckingham Palace without altering its iconic design.
Major technological upgrades were discreetly added to Buckingham Palace.
Security and communications modernizations were essential for Buckingham Palace operations.
Fire safety measures protected Buckingham Palace from potential disasters.
Today, Buckingham Palace balances tradition with 21st century functionality. In the 21st century, Buckingham Palace underwent a multi-million-pound restoration.
Every roof tile of Buckingham Palace was replaced with care to match historic aesthetics.
Even minor facade details were meticulously preserved during Buckingham Palace restoration.
Modern systems were integrated discreetly into Buckingham Palace.
The palace was slowly returned to its former glory, ready for the next generation.
Today, Buckingham Palace stands as a testament to centuries of craftsmanship,
care, and royal history.
Buckingham Palace's ceremonial traditions attract thousands of visitors each year.
Major royal events transform Buckingham Palace into a stage of national pride.
Inside Buckingham Palace, every detail is prepared to reflect royal elegance. Lighting transforms Buckingham Palace into a spectacle of grandeur for nighttime events. Millions visit Buckingham Palace every year, drawn by history and royal tradition.
Buckingham Palace glows as a beacon of tradition and modernity combined. Buckingham Palace remains a symbol of British history and global recognition.
Even from a distance, Buckingham Palace dominates the London skyline.
Buckingham Palace remains a symbol of British history and global recognition.
Buckingham Palace incorporates modern sustainability features while preserving its historic charm.
Environmental initiatives help Buckingham Palace maintain beautiful grounds sustainably.
Buckingham Palace gardens are both aesthetically pleasing and environmentally responsible.
Sustainability measures at Buckingham Palace demonstrate forward-thinking stewardship.
Visitors explore Buckingham Palace's majestic interiors and historic treasures.
Guided tours enhance the Buckingham Palace experience, making history accessible.
At a clown. Visitors can admire architectural details preserved in Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace gardens are a highlight for visitors exploring royal history.
Tours allow visitors to experience Buckingham Palace as both historic monument and living palace.
Buckingham Palace shines as a beacon of heritage and national pride.
Every balcony wave and ceremony links Buckingham Palace to centuries of history.
The grandeur of Buckingham Palace continues to inspire visitors and citizens alike.
Buckingham Palace is more than a building. It is the living symbol of the British monarchy.